June 16th, also known as Youth Day, was when students in Soweto protested against the Afrikaans language being the primary language in schools in South Africa. This is an important moment in South African history because it showed the value of education to South African students. June 16th was a buildup of bitterness from students because of the apartheid movement. According to the Oxford American Dictionary, the definition of apartheid is a policy or system of segregation or discrimination on grounds of race. Although the term apartheid was not coined until 1948, the Dutch influence in South Africa started in the 1600s. The apartheid government put laws in place that limited the contact between the races. These laws began around 1948, so the students who conducted the protests grew up under the apartheid rule. The state passed the Afrikaans Medium Decree of 1974 that forced all black schools to only teach in Afrikaans and English. The students began to protest on April 30th in 1976 by not going to school. The Soweto Student Representative Action Committee carefully planned a peaceful march that would end at the Orlando Stadium. The road of the march was blocked by police brigades. Once the student met the police, they released tear gas and live ammunition on the students. It is reported that the students did not begin throwing stones until the police fired first. The students felt powerless in their own society, and the only thing that meant something was their education. For the oppressor's side, what gave them meaning was the power they had over the blacks. Although the students did not plan for a violent outcome, the attention of this event gave them more meaning. After Youth Day, student movements swept across South Africa like wildfire. June 16th is a holiday that is still treasured in the lives of students today. Even though they did not wish for a violent outbreak, this event gave the students meaning because it showed that they treasured their education. June 16th means a lot in the eyes of youth all over South Africa because of what it stands for. We always hear the statement, today's youth is tomorrow's leaders.
Moving forward.
And I know the story of Soweto inspires you in your lives, but keep in mind it inspired me too. The uprising here helped open my mind to a broader world and to our responsibilities to choose between fairness and injustice, between right and wrong. And as a senator, during my first visit to South Africa, I was able to go to Hector Peterson's memorial and pay tribute to an African boy who moved the world. And humbled by the sacrifices of all who've gone before us so that we can stand here as free men and women, I'm honored to return to Soweto now as President of the United States of America.
Moving forward. We might not give lessons on aerodynamics or complex chemical reactions, but like this man, we do everything we can to empower young minds. You see, we don't stop at just banking, because you don't stop at just dreaming. Standard Bank, moving forward.
58% of South Africa's total GDP comes out of the small enterprise segment, and 59% of South Africa's employment comes out of the small enterprise segment. It is predicted that 90% of new jobs will be created in the small enterprise segment as well. As you can see, this means that the small enterprise segment is really vital to the growth of South Africa's economy and the sustainability thereof.
Moving forward. Who are we? Well, let's start with who you are. Take this guy. He likes to cook, so we like to do our bit to keep his restaurant running. Oh, and we also had something to do with that payment.